Hey, you probably already have seen multiple ads on social media and on TV calling to go solar, and that there are many different companies claiming that their solar product is much better than the others. Well, I have seen all these too, but let me tell you what I actually did and why, and also to show a step-by-step on how I went solar. Interested? Then let's dive into it. Hey, it's Raman here and welcome back to the Finance Vision channel. Yeah, I know. It's been quite some time since I posted here last time. And that's because 2021 was pretty busy and hectic year for me. Well, you would say excuses, for whom it hasn't been, right? Though I have accumulated a bunch of new content for you, it's just I didn't have time to put enough work in to start shooting videos, as I still have my 9 to 5 and have to run my errands, and this is just my hobby, and I only have what got left of my free time to put this stuff out for you guys. So be patient, watch for new videos, as I'll be putting new stuff out soon. And if you want to support the channel and also like free stuff, use my referral links in the description to receive $500 if you order a Tesla solar roof, or $300 for solar panels after activating the system, or to receive 2 free stocks after opening and funding your Webull brokerage account, or $50 in Bitcoin after opening and funding $100 to your BlockFi account. All these helps me to run the channel, so thank you for your support. And back in 2016, when I moved to Texas, I immediately noticed how much sun this great state is getting on a daily basis. And that was the first time I started thinking about going solar. And when I was driving through the cities in Texas, I was expecting to see every single house having the solar panels on their roofs. But for some reason, it still wasn't the case back in 2016. And the key reason for that was the cost of the PV technology. The cost of photovoltaic cells, which is what PV stands for, had dropped substantially over time, from roughly $106 per watt in mid-70s to around 20 cents per watt in 2020. And if to consider all-in cost of a residential solar system, which apart from hardware also includes the installation and different permit costs, only in the last 5 years, the cost of an average system dropped by 21%, from around $3.70 to below $3 per watt. And in the end of the 2019, when I was installing my system, I actually was able to do it only for $2.65 per watt. And by the way, by now, the cost of an average solar system had gone even lower. You can simply go to the Tesla.com to check this out by simply dividing the estimated cost of the project by selected system size. Which brings us to the first and probably the main reason why I finally decided to go solar. Finally, the solar system price dropped to the level which started to make sense to me financially. And that was based upon my historical monthly consumption of 626 kilowatt hours and my monthly average electricity bill of $46. Another important factor supporting this decision was estimated growth in electricity consumption, which partially was coming from expected increase in AC use, especially during hot Texan summers. And also early in 2019, we received the delivery of our Tesla Model 3, which all in all would have increased our monthly electricity consumption by roughly 250 kilowatt hours, which also equates to roughly $60 in average monthly gas cost for an equivalent ICE car. And the last reason why I decided to go solar specifically in 2019, because it was the last year when you could get 30% in federal tax credit from IRS. Since then, the federal tax credit went down to 26% if you place your property in service by end of 2022, and down to 22% if you do it during 2023, which is still a lot of money. Also, I don't want to throw a whole bunch of numbers at you, so I will just simply summarize it. My average monthly electricity cost, adjusted for estimated increased consumption, would equal to $106, which if to take my 7 kilowatt system cost of somewhat about 18 grand and split it in equal monthly payments over the next 10 years, it would result in $107 payment per month. So technically, I'm staying at least break-even in terms of cash flows for the next 10 years, which by the way, completely disregards the potential gradual growth in electricity tariffs over time. But more importantly, After 10 years, I'm not only be running my house on a free electricity, but also will be driving my car absolutely for free. And this is where the concept of convergence, which I was talking about in my prior Tesla video, really starts to kick in. The approach which I always try to utilize not only to my saving strategies, but also to investing, is to find as many components as possible which fit into my strategy, to multiply in geometrical progression all the benefits when they will start working together. By the way, if you still haven't watched that video, I will put a quick link somewhere here. Now let me turn to the second part of this video, which is a step-by-step process of me going solar. The first step was to select the right brand and installer, and after I researched the market and different systems, I realized that the focus should be really on inverter and solar panels, which is pretty much only two main components of the system. Brands and models don't really matter, as they're all pretty much the same in their corresponding price buckets. But inverter and panel capacity does. For instance, the smaller is the solar panel and the higher production it has, you can fit in more solar panels on your roof in case you need the larger system. Also, what I figured is the local installers tend to market themselves cheaper and also can offer a bunch of nice promotions. But what really matters is the final out-of-pocket cost that you pay for the system. And what happened to me is that the final price for the system which I was about to pay to Tesla was still lower than for the equivalent system offered to me by the local installers, even after all the promotions and discounts and all other stuff that they were giving to me. As they don't tell you upfront all the costs associated with the purchase and installing the system if you do not specifically ask them. And when I decided to go with Tesla, the next step was ordering, which was super easy, hassle-free online process. You just go to the website, select the size of your system, key in your credit card details so that they could hold $100 refundable deposit upon the checkout. And after that, you just upload some required photos, which overall didn't take me more than an hour. Once you submitted the order, the next stage you go to is designing the system, which on average can take you from 2 weeks to 1 month, really depending on different circumstances. Tesla creates your initial design upon provided photos, consumption estimates, and also very interesting project which I was not aware of, which is called Google Sunroof Project. If you go to the corresponding Google site and key in your address, you can actually see how much of sun your roof is getting throughout a year and get some very interesting stats. So I think that collaboration really speeds up the process of creating the design of your system for Tesla, which is very interesting and efficient way to speed up the design of your system without really having people coming physically to your place. And there could be back and forth over the emails or phone conversations between you and personally assigned project manager on Tesla's side to also finalize the details and agree upon the final design. So once you receive the final system design from Tesla and you agreeing to that, you're switching to the next stage, which is scheduling the installation date. And that part could be very fluid because it depends on various things, such as how many installers are available in your area, what is their current load, and how does their schedule look like. But once the installation date is scheduled, the rest is really quick and easy. The professional installers come to your place and install your system in less than a day. That's amazing. And after that, in about 1 or 2 weeks later, a quality check inspector visits you and physically go and check every component of the system to make sure everything was done properly. And in the meantime, Tesla does all the paperwork and collects all required permits from city and from electrical company, which might take roughly from 1 to 2 weeks overall, where the last stage is really to sign the interconnection agreement with your utility provider. And the last most important stage that you've been waiting for is, yes, relax and enjoy. The end-to-end process roughly gonna take you 2.5 months, and then you don't have to do anything. Just enjoy your free solar energy coming into your house. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my end-to-end time from placing the online order till switching on the system had taken me roughly 7 months, but that's mainly due to some unexpected complications pertaining to my case, which I'll gladly talk about in detail in my next Tesla solar video, which also gonna answer to 2 main questions. The first one, was it really worth it to go solar in my house? And second, what I actually liked and disliked about going solar with Tesla. I hope this video was somewhat helpful, at least for those who just thinking about going solar. So subscribe to support the channel, click the like button if you enjoyed it, and also click the notification bell not to miss on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, have a great solar day and see you next time.